Gamescom arrived in full force, bringing a flood of news and high expectations for the gaming world. With huge releases and the return of franchises that had been dormant for nearly a decade, the event was a real spectacle. I've gathered all the information and updates, from new game announcements to exclusive trailers and details of already announced titles. Get ready for a deep dive into the most exciting revelations from the latest Gamescom. This is Jack speaking, and if you're new here, welcome to the Play Hunters channel, where I bring you daily content so you don't miss any details of the gaming universe. And if you could subscribe to help me grow, I'd be thrilled. Gamer to gamer. Starting off our list, we have Mafia, bringing excitement to fans of the franchise. After all, the last title was a remake released in 2020, but the last original game, Mafia 3, came out in 2016. Finally, after 8 years of waiting, we have news for this franchise. We got a small teaser and very little information. The release date is slated for 2025, and the game will be available on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series. More details are scheduled to be revealed in December 2024, so let's stay tuned. The second game had already been announced, but I wasn't very excited at first. However, the new trailer that dropped at Gamescom caught my attention. Indiana Jones was one of the big attractions at the event. The game is set to be released on December 9th, 2024 for Xbox Series and PC, while the PlayStation 5 version is scheduled for release in the spring of 2025. Developed by Machine Games and published by Bethesda, the game promises to deliver a first-person adventure filled with action, tomb exploration, and puzzle solving, all of which are hallmark features of the franchise. The story will be a direct sequel to Raiders of the Lost Ark, set in 1937, where Indiana Jones faces sinister forces while seeking to unravel the mystery of the Great Circle. The game will offer a combination of combat, stealth, and puzzles, allowing players to customize abilities and use iconic tools like Indy's whip and diary. Initially, the fact that the game is in first person was a bit of a letdown for me. After all, if I'm Indiana Jones, I want to see him. But this trailer showed a bit of the gameplay, and it looks quite interesting. Another positive point is that Troy Baker, one of the most recognized voice actors in the gaming industry, has been confirmed to play Indiana. For those who don't know, Baker is widely known for his work in various games, such as Joel from The Last of Us and Drake from Uncharted. Another heavyweight release was Dying Light: The Beast. Initially conceived as a DLC for Dying Light 2, the project grew and became a standalone experience, bringing back the protagonist from the first game. The game is set in a new region called Castor Woods, where Crane, after years of captivity and experiments, has acquired superhuman powers by mixing his DNA with that of zombies. The game will feature solo and cooperative modes for up to 4 players, but does not yet have a confirmed release date. It will be available on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Every man has an animal within. If you push too much, you might unleash the beast.
Sniper Elite Resistance was also announced. The game is scheduled for release in 2025 and will be available on Xbox, PC, PlayStation 5, and 4, with a Day 1 launch on Xbox Game Pass. In this new title, players will take on the role of Harry Hawker, a special operations executive agent, on an intense mission in Nazi-occupied France during World War II. The game offers a complete standalone campaign, which can be played solo or in co-op, and includes the return of the popular invasion mode. as well as competitive multiplayer modes. The game also promises to introduce new mechanics, such as propaganda missions, where players must complete objectives under specific conditions to defeat enemies. There is also concern among fans about support for previous generation hardware, with some fearing that this could limit the game's potential, but we'll have to wait and see. Another title that caught attention at Gamescom was the first Berserker. Scheduled for release in early 2025, this action RPG, developed by Enotria, promises an intense and visceral experience. In the game, players take on the role of Khazan, a general who, after being falsely accused of treason and exiled, seeks revenge against those who conspired against him. The title promises challenging combat, with battle styles that evolve as the character grows, facing formidable bosses in a dark fantasy setting with cel-shaded animation graphics. Additionally, a closed beta test was announced, which will take place from October 11th to 20th, 2024, for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series. This will be the first opportunity for players to experience the game's combat mechanics and immersive storyline, which will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC, offering an experience that promises to be memorable. Next, we have Fatal Fury, which was one of the big highlights this year. This new title in the renowned fighting series will bring back intense action and exciting showdowns, combining fan-favorite characters with new challengers, all vying for control of the city. The game promises to feature an updated combat system, blending classic elements with new strategic options, providing an accessible and engaging fighting experience for players of all levels. In 8th place, we have a game I was eagerly awaiting more information on, Little Nightmares 3, set to release in 2025. Developed by Supermassive Games, the game continues the series' tradition of offering a terrifying atmosphere and challenging puzzles, now with support for online co-op. Players will control two new protagonists on a journey through the world of nightmares, where cooperation will be essential to solve challenges and survive the lurking horrors. Although the game brings some new features, such as the focus on online multiplayer, it maintains the essence of previous titles, with a dark visual style and gameplay mechanics that explore tension and fear. With a release planned for PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and PC, the game promises to be a frightening and immersive experience, bringing the best of the genre to franchise fans. Monster Hunter Wilds was also a highlight. Capcom announced that the game is expected to release in the second half of 2025. It will be available for PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC. The game promises to expand the Monster Hunter universe with new creatures and a vast exploration area. The demo that was shown seems to have enhanced gameplay and impressively polished graphics.
We could do a lot worse for an interim camp.
Once your business here is concluded, you should find shelter. The sands come alive this time of year, like a wild beast bristling with lightning.
From the look of it, that must be this region's apex predator. Guild permission granted. Begin the hunt.
Understood.
Another standout title was Dune. This open-world game promises an immersive experience across the deserts, exploring the vast and inhospitable landscape of the planet. The game offers players a rich narrative, base customization, and interaction with different factions, all while facing the challenges of the desert environment. The game is scheduled for release in the first half of 2025 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. Another announced title was Goat Simulator Remastered. This enhanced version of the original game promises to elevate chaotic fun to a new level with updated graphics and a series of gameplay improvements. Players will be able to explore a more detailed world, interact with new elements, and experience even more absurd and fun game physics. The remaster will include new maps, missions, and features that expand the game's content while maintaining the irreverent humor that made the original so popular. It is set to release in the second half of 2025 and will be available for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. Another game that excited me was Borderlands 4. Although we still have few details about this new entry in the franchise, we know that the game is expected to release at the end of 2025 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. Another title that caught attention is Reanimal. This game promises to offer a unique experience, mixing elements of adventure and exploration with an engaging narrative. Players will be immersed in a rich and vibrant world, where they'll have the opportunity to interact with exotic creatures and uncover hidden mysteries. Details were revealed about the game system, which will include a transformation and evolution mechanic, allowing players to adapt their skills and strategies according to the environment. The game is scheduled for release at the end of 2025 and will be available for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. Another interesting title is Kong, Survivor Instinct. The gameplay will focus on survival and interaction with the environment. Offering a unique experience of immersion, players will be able to face enemies and overcome obstacles in a dynamic environment that responds realistically to their actions. It is scheduled for release in the first half of 2026 and will be available for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. Another title that promises to make a big impact is Crimson Desert. This open-world action-adventure game promises to offer a rich and immersive experience, combining intense combat with an epic narrative. Players will explore a vast territory full of vibrant cities and wild terrains, while facing a variety of enemies and challenges. New information was revealed about the combat mechanics and character customization options. The game will feature dynamic battles and an interactive world that reacts to players' actions. It is scheduled for release in the first half of 2026 and will be available for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC.
So much. Let us tarry a while. to guess.
The mask.
Well, now that my secret has come to light, this dance shall resume some other day.
Running again.
Allow this poor man a brief respite, and look to your own health as well, until we meet again.
Continuing, we have Defect. This game promises an innovative experience, mixing action and strategy elements in a futuristic environment. Players will be immersed in a world full of challenges and mysteries, with an engaging storyline that explores themes of technology and ethics. The game is set to release in the second half of 2025 and will be available for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. Now tell me, which of these games caught your attention the most? And which ones are you most excited to play? And of course, if there's a release you're super eager to play but didn't see in the video, drop it in the comments. Share your opinions and ideas. If you like the video, leave a like to help us grow, and subscribe to the channel to stay on top of everything happening in the gaming world. Now, on the screen, there's a video featuring old games every gamer needs to play at least once in their life. Click on the card to watch it. A big hug, and see you tomorrow.